That they are. And we're off. And it sounds like we have World 7. We have World 7 as our first world. Isn't this the sort of world you want to see with no resources? Gamercal entering our first fortress, and it's 6 Door Fort, also known as World 3 Fort 1. And we're starting out once more neck and neck. We'll see how this one goes. Boom, boom, down for both of them already. Now, if you missed it at the start of the last race, I did line out what's different between this and the group stage flags. No in-card games, and hammers do not break locks. Now, the general jumbling up of the worlds is the same as the Group 2 flags, and we're already on the right side, but that fort, Six Door Fort, was not the right fortress to get through to the castle. So we're going to have to go through a couple of stages here. And we have an angry sun. Our friend, the angry sun. DaveLindo is slightly behind gamercal. Angry sun and Paragoombas, oh my. But gamercal is through it. DaveLindo making a very impressive showing of this level, though. Slightly more aggressive than gamercal did. Remember, don't get spun into the abyss. Whatever you do. Hello, Boss Fest, right at the end. I love him on really ineffectual levels. We have to go through our both piranhas this world. But thankfully that is 2 items. Unless this is a music box. Which it could be. It's a music box. So we may or may not see the second piranha level. And we have found World 8 Fort, also known as Maze Fort. To me, at least. Now, do we have a nice, easy run to the end here? Will gamercal make it? He does! Hey, Boom Boom. Goodbye, Boom Boom. And that should clear out the way to the castle. Now, since this is World 7, we're not going to get an item for being the world. Because we're just going to get a Bowser letter. And we have found 7-1. As gamercal attempts to get the clip. And he does. DaveLindo, unfortunately, is going to do this level the normal way. So that's going to put a little bit of a gap between them. Is gamercal opts not to use his music box, and is instead taking this level normally. But Angry Sun, that will never be active. And he gets a P-wing for his trouble, as DaveLindo grabs the validation one up. Which, that's a very rude place for an enemy. Can we get a clip of this? Oh, hello, World 7 airship. World 7 airship and the World 7 map in both seeds. What is this? DaveLindo. No, don't die, Dave. Okay, he's making his way up. Oh, no! I even missed how many hits Ludwig took. Picking up a power-up. Hopefully it's like a mushroom or mushroom. That's not what we want to see here. We have Skyfort as our first fortress. I call it Skyfort because it's blue. And it's the fast airships. This looks like another one where we have both fortresses forced at, like, basically the beginning of World 5. DaveLindo making his way to end of 7-1. May he be free of it soon. Gets jumped on by a Goomba block. Gamercal, Oh, I missed the pipe here. Never mind, we don't have to deal with both fortresses. That one fortress is, Bridgefort, is basically useless. And DaveLindo both also finds his, World 7 airship. Gamercal's gonna have to deal with at least one Hammer Bro here. And Swoobrain Bros on ice. Coming soon to a theater near you. One hit Ludwig. He's out of there. Going up the tower. Which feels very rare in these tourist seeds. As DaveLindo is finally exiting World 1 to find World 5. Well, World 7 to find World 5. Up the tower we go. As Bowser demands his stapler back from DaveLindo. And fast forward, and the Paragoon at the top of the tower. Dave taking it kinda safe. As, yeah, we have basically a straight shot to the castle after the stage. After 4-3. Not much to say here. It's basically a 4-3. Oh, but there's a Paragoomba. As always, beware the Paragoombas. They will ruin your day. DaveLindo making his way through the fast airship. And is probably going to be headed over to the tower himself here. And we have the World 4 airship. As DaveLindo takes an unfortunate death. Hello, Roy. Well, you're not a heavy, Roy. And we don't know if Ludwig is heavy either. Looks like you're a 5-hitter, Roy, though. Our Roy. DaveLindo having to take out the coin ship. And gets a mushroom for his trouble. That would have been useful, say, a world ago. Gamercal being put on hold by the cane. Never a good feeling. As DaveLindo is continuing with some fire sticks. And we have what appears to be a very rude start to World 3. With 3-9, no less. He's gonna get that fire up, though. Dave picking up that star and finding out that it's not what he wanted to see. Gamercal finding the ice, the World 6 beta level. And making short work of it. Dave is doing pretty well. He's had some hiccups, but he's still in there. Hello, World 342. We're going for a swim. DaveLindo makes his way through 4-3 to get to his appointment with a 5-hit Roy. Gamercal has made his way through Swim Fort. And has found super tanks. I mean, I'm not counting chickens before the hatch. We could have a game 3. Gamercal has made his way through the second of the fortresses here, and is on his way to Windy. Windy, who is in the World 5 airship. Oh, she's not heavy. She's a 2-hit Windy. And as DaveLindo has finished off Roy, Gamercal is moving on to his World 4 after finishing off Windy. Thank you, Peach. We have a force fortress, which is World 642, and it's Vanilla World. It's hard to see if it's in Vanilla Fortress, but because unlike World 5, you can't tell the fortresses apart. Table. Unfortunately, flutes do not exist. I should stipulate that these races are warpless. So the warp whistle has been removed and disabled. You ain't seeing any warp in here. And we appear to have a very, very... Oh, hello, 7-5. We appear to have a very long World 6, with a boss fast at the start of 752. The only way gamercal goes through that is if 5 is Atlantis. And it's 5-9. This is not much better. Well, World 6, I see you're being very rude today. Seven 5 with a boss bass. As DaveLindo finds 7-6 and gets the clip first try. First try every time, right? Right. That's what I tell myself, at least. DaveLindo is going on a journey, though. He does not need to be checking out these pipes. gamercal burning the star to get a star, as you do. And we find the waterfall beta level, the kindest beta level in the game. Also, I believe, a World 7 beta level. No free power up here, though. Just a star. DaveLindo taking out a Boom Boom. Gain out swimming forts. As we find World 4, I mean not World 4, World 1 Fortress. Now, this cannot be blocking the castle. And as much as it is in your path. Anything that you get from being the Boom Boom here cannot be blocking the path out of the world. Ooh, taking a dive into the pit there. And gamercal, knowing this, is just going to go see what the item here is. Yeah, that's it. That's all it can possibly be blocking. And trades a P waiting for a Tanuki suit. DaveLindo about to find out where Wendy is. And we have a nether beta, the zoo, which is very much filled with fire right now. Wendy, Wendy, Wendy. Dave's nemesis from the last seed is only a 2-hitter here, so he's free already and is moving on to World 4, which is World 6. I mean, I call it the zoo. And now gamercal, I think, knows he has to take this fortress, which is World 6 Fort 3. So, Fred... We have had 2 vanilla World 6 forts here. As we have a Hotfoot who does not want to behave. Thankfully, he's staying on the other side of the room. As gamercal takes out his last Boom Boom on the way to on his way to the castle. gamercal will be entering the castle. Which airship is it? Well, is anyone else going to say it? Anyone? Thank you. Let's see how many hits for Ball Boy. A 5-hit Ball Boy. Thankfully, his vanilla, airship is not that bad for him. DaveLindo takes out a couple of fire bros. And we have World 1 as our next stop. Going to take a quick stop into this. Hello, Battleship. DaveLindo taking 7-5. Unfortunately, he does not know 5-9. His is his other choice. Because that's less stressful than Boss Bass hounding you through 7-5. World 7 is your first world. Can be pretty nasty when you're low on resources. Dave stopping for a moment. Okay. Hello, World 2. Well, not World 2, but, World 2 level. Dave may make it through this just fine. He's fine. It's fine. Gamercal has found 1-5. And it's not filled to both Paragumas, so it's not that bad. DaveLindo has made it through 7-5 without dying, without gaining by Boss Bass. He has done it. And they both finish their level with the same card setup. Gamercal burning his star to get a hammer. With World 2 coming up, that could not be a bad trade. Speaking of World 2, I believe this is the World 2 airship. And we have a heavy Larry. And a dead Gamercal. DaveLindo doing his nice leisurely swim. Stage with no enemies and no danger. Just a power-up. And just a 2-hit Larry. Does not arrest Gamercal's progress for very long. DaveLindo making his way through World Fort 1. I mean World 1 Fort. I don't believe there is a World Fortress in this in this game. I mean, there isn't. That's the... Yeah. Command? You can't speedrun the randomizer. Let's see where this fight puts out Gamercal. This could be a very fast or very short World 4. It all depends on what's in that fortress. If it's Bridge Fort, we're fine. If it's not Bridge Fort, we have to go get to the other fortress and deal with its mess. I cannot remember what this fortress is. I believe it's World 4 Fort 1. gamercal introducing. Oh, hello. Hello, 6-5. With fire nippers at the start. Nope, we have to go deal with the other fortress. World 6 level in the way with a Lakitu in it. Hello, Lakitu. Goodbye, Lakitu. Didn't slow gamercal by much. Let's see what's going on with DaveLindo as he's trying to get to the top of the level. Oh! Fire nippers! Fire nippers everywhere! Pretty sure Dave does not realize he just needs to do the fort anyway. Okay, now he realizes he needs to do the fortress. This gamercal, I believe, finds World 1 airship. That means World 2 is our final world here before World 8. With a heavy, heavy blue boy. 3 hits. gamercal is moving on to World 2, our final world before World 8. As DaveLindo enters, finally enters World 6 castle and finds a World 6 airship. And we get and we get 5-3 for our troubles. DaveLindo finding out about the beauty of hitboxes. Definitely has to do that. Definitely has to do this fortress, which I believe is World 6 Fort 1. Making his way through. And frying himself a boom boom. DaveLindo is getting through here just fine. As long as there's nothing at the end of the level, he should be okay. Making sure he does not get that 5 up though. As we find normal tanks here at the end of World 2. DaveLindo training in the star for a hammer. Excuse me, I need a moment. Oh, goodbye, Morton. Goodbye, Larry. I'm fine. It's okay. Everything's fine. While Tanuki appears on both screens in different worlds. gamercal is now entering World 8 and has 2 fortresses here on the first screen. So we're going to take both from what we saw in the first game. And we have World 5, Fort 1 here as our first fortress of World 8. And now we have like a million clips of me cackling. I like it. We have, and right behind World 5 Fort 1 is World 5 Fort 2, also known as Skyfort, I believe. DaveLindo entering the 1.5 beta. I don't think this one was as rough as it could have been. Okay, we have one lock here still in the in darkness. If there's not a pipe behind it, and there is a pipe behind it, so we know that lock is completely pointless. There's only so there's could be up to 3 bad bridges in the Valley of Bowser. And gamercal finds a hand level. Not bad. Could be worse. 3-8 here. DaveLindo is going to find out this is not the right fortress. gamercal has found Fort Knox. Not quite a 100% run. Good news is Dave has already cleared levels in his way to that fortress. Oh, we've seen Boss Bass. Boss Bass has aided gamercal a couple of times. DaveLindo has somehow managed to avoid getting Boss Bass. Now that one could be a fortress, it could be a oh, we have World 7 Fort 2 as our last fortress again. So no matter what, as soon as gamercal finishes fortress, there's going to be very little in the way of Valley of Bowser. DaveLindo taking on his three-hitter here. And that is it for potential blockages in the Valley of Bowser. Now we just have to find it. Also, hello, Boss Bass. And Norman Bass. So that tank in that lonely little dead end is completely pointless. And we have found Valley of Bowser with a never single stage blocking it, and it's 7-7. We opened up the first seed with 7-7, and we're closing this one with 7-7. (7-7) with a very not very threatening angry sun. Both getting a star as they exit different levels. And gamercal entering Bowser's Castle with a fire suit. We're going to see a second fire kill today, hopefully. gamercal getting that clip again. And getting the Everyman clip right after. gamercal giving us another very clean fire kill of Bowser. DaveLindo is making his way through World 7, which is World 2, on his way to World 8. Get your GGs in chat. As DaveLindo finds Atlantis! And gamercal has finished with an official time of 38 minutes and 28 seconds. And hello 6-6. Now gamercal will be moving on to face Raikou Rider in the next, and then his next bracket match. DaveLindo is fighting, Oh, hello!
Hello there!
I believe I'm speaking to gamercal, am I not?
Yes, you are.
So how did you feel about those seeds?
First one was amazing until 2-3. The second one was okay most of the time. 1-4 gave me trouble because stupid P-speed going between the rooms, but... And then that was hilarious, that World 3 airship death. That was so good. But other than that...
We have some clips of me, we have some clips of me cackling over that.
Oh, I can imagine. So what happened there is that I misremembered which airship I had left. I thought I had the World 4 one, so I was going to try and do P-speed stuff with it. So I ended up holding left, and I held left too early. And if you hold left going into an airship, you die. No questions asked. Because I guess the order score thing just isn't placed right for it or something. So it's not the first time it's happened. It's not the last time it'll happen.
And like, again, as it happened, I'm just like, I did not know that could happen before I just kind of broke for a moment.
Yeah,
Speaking of, DaveLindo is about to enter that airship.
Nice. I was like, oh yeah, that is a thing that could happen. It's just, how about that turnaround snipe from Larry though? My God, he just instantly turned around and just went, nope, I'm wanding you in the face. Like,
And then you died.
yeah, and then I died. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I should have used the Tanuki from the start, but whatever.
And
That's
I
how
miss
you're
it.
gonna be.
And I miss it, but this is the World 3 airship at the time.
Yes. Oh, 2 for 2 on the Bowser Castle clip, though. That was cool.
Yeah.
Definitely should finish it. I know he can't hear me in the moment, but definitely should.
Also, you had a couple run-ins with Boss Bass.
I did. Mostly in 2-3, and then one deliberate one in 7-5. And it was like, well, 5-9 is the lesser of two evils here. Could have used a P-Wing for it, but there was every chance that I would have gotten Bast still. So, not taking any chances on that. It was like, 5-9 is consistently quicker than 7-5, even with the P-Wing and such. So, I didn't want to take any risk on it when I saw what the two levels were. So, yeah.
And that was a pretty rude 7-5. DaveLindo finished it, but
Yeah.
also he found Atlantis.
Oh, okay.
That was in World 2.
Ah, I see.
You also found 6-6. So all the fun levels.
Basically, half the stuff I was practicing before we played this. Because I found a seed that has 6-6 as the first level. I found one that was 8-1 as the first level. One had 5-8 as the first level, which I was so happy to get that. I literally just like worked that out myself today. You know, we had a bit of discussion in the Discord with it. Obviously, not the first one to do it, but it was something I just worked out how to do today. Seems to be really consistent if you can get the P speed at that exact point. So super happy to be able to show that off, and it worked first time too. So yeah, fantastic for that.
The other thing is, what else did I wish to ask you? Oh, Dave's going to show us off what's in here. It's 1-6.
Oh, okay.
And he just goes straight into the pit. Like, wait, I don't have to do this. I'm out. We have 3 locks here in the dark screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the automatic thing of do the forts as I see them sort of thing, so I was just like, I don't care if I have to end up doing all of them. Most of the time you have to do at least 3 of them anyway, so just don't take the risk, really. The only time I'll stop doing them is if I've seen as many locks as I have done. As many locks as I have undone forts, basically. Like, if I've done 2 forts and I see 2 locks, then I'll try and stop doing them unless I need to progress through one of those locks.
Which is what we learned in the first seed, because that lock on the first screen did block the way to the Valley of Bowser.
I knew it was going to as well. I was like, I think I went back once to see if one of my forts had unlocked it, because I was like, I'm looking at you over there. I know you're going to be the one I need.
Also, we've had World 7 Fort 2 as the final fort in both seeds.
Yeah, that was an unusual in the first seed to that one. That is not a place I normally die, but I wasn't paying enough attention to the plant on the left that had come back up, so got shot in the face, but that's okay.
DaveLindo making his way through Skyfort, taking on another Boom Boom.
Yeah, I was a bit unhappy to use a P-Wing and get 5-4-2, and I was like, man, I don't like doing this stage with the P-Wing. It doesn't work nearly as well as just running through it normally, but at least it was okay to do it this time. Because the trick with that stage is just don't stop moving, and that can be difficult when your movement is slowed down by the P-Wing if you stay airborne too much. So the trick to it is to run off and fly from that instead, rather than just staying airborne all the time, because you're going to spawn all the Podobos.
I think Dave is busy going in circles.
Oh. Well, they can be really awkward. It's it lives up to the maze aspect that you would expect from a 4-screen world for sure.
Again, World 7 and World 8 tend to be great, equalizers in the terms of things.
Oh, that World 7 was really lucky this time. One pipe to get to the island that I needed to go to, and it just happened to be the first one I looked at the end. That was super fortunate.
DaveLindo going through Fort Knox right now. Let's go see if he checks out what the other fort is. See how happy he's going to be.
That was also a typical find that I find 7 Fort 1 when I did have tail powers left and I just didn't use them. I was like, it's not showed up yet. It's not going to be around here, right? I still had a mushroom. It was not the worst, but, would have been about 30 seconds quicker.
And I mean, it's right next door to its sibling fortress.
Yeah.
One hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. Ah ha ha. Please do not let Boom Boom get away from you. That can be a little terrifying.
Oh, can it ever? Yeah. It's not fun.
It's okay. I believe these last 2 levels were not that bad.
No, they really weren't.
It's like we're finishing the seed with 7-7. Well, we began the first seed with 7-7.
That is exactly what I was thinking as well, and then I didn't get the 2-star this time. I was like, oh well, I guess I'm not finishing it exactly the same as I did the first one. It's a shame. I've got a pretty good success rate with that too, so I was a little bit disappointed to not.
Oh, and World 7 Fort 2 is necessary, so we have to go through the Temple of the Fire Flower, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. It might end up costing me some stuff when I do extra levels. I don't have to, but for the most part, I think the just do the forts as you see them thing is generally going to be the better way to go.
And I think most of the forts were in the way in this World 8 anyway, so...
Yeah, there were 2 on the first screen that you could technically avoid, but they were so close and they weren't blocked by anything, so there was little incentive to skip them. Yep, really, so... And it was nice that one of them was actually the fort too, because that's the one that doesn't show up in the dark. So knowing that you don't have to look for it in the dark is a really big help.
Right, because it's not like a moving sprite. It's just part of the map.
Right. So. Yeah, I think there was 1 square in the dark that I didn't check, which I guess had the pipe to the regular stage tank that I didn't go to, but I was pretty sure that Bowser was going to be behind the numbered stage at that point. It just made too much sense to me. But obviously it is a 50-50 at that point. I could have easily gone the other way, and I would have done the stage for nothing.
Hopefully Dave does not take another death on the screen.
Mm.
Okay, he's making his way through the Boom Boom. Do not let Boom Boom get away from you, whatever you do.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to jump at him early this time because I've had a couple of times where for some reason he bonks off the block, and I don't quite know why, but he ends up being on the right-hand side at the start of the fight, and you've got to wait for him to come over anyway. So I was like, try and preempt it and see if I can hit him on the other side this time, but I missed, so whatever.
Dave making his way into 7-7. For an angry son, that is completely pointless.
It actually can hit you at the very end if you're going for the 2-star, because your star runs out before you get to the end, and it does sweep across the pathway that you would need. So it can hit you. I have actually died to that sun before, so it's not pretty for sure.
Pretty sure that's why you do not do 2 stars when you see that sun.
No, it just means you gotta land on the pipe instead of making the full jump at the end if you want to play super safe.
DaveLindo may be showing us off a 3rd fire kill.
Yeah, that was nice. Being able to not have him jump super early and snipe me here. I've put a decent bit of practice into trying to work out how exactly to do that myself, because I can't do the speedrun strat where you stay in the top corner. I haven't managed to figure out how to do that consistently. He always ends up not jumping to the left enough, so I can't actually hit him when he's up there. So I kind of went, well, if I can't do that, what can I do for it then? And so the compromise strat that I do now basically stems from that. That's what speedrunning is all about, really. Sometimes you can... Oh.
Oh! I think DaveLindo just gave it as an example of it.
Oh, yeah, Dave's really good at the vanilla game for this. I was looking at the time stuff earlier. He's like 56 minutes or something. So he's like just outside the top 50 in Warpless at the moment. It's really, really good.
That does mean you are moving on to face Raikou Rider. How do you feel about that?
Oh, that should be fun. I don't think I've played Raikou Rider in anything yet, so this will be a first for that. I mean, if I can play like I did today, minus the 1 fort and 2 free, I guess I think I'm in with a pretty good shot against a decent number of people. So we'll just have to see.
You have not. Your performance so far has not been too shabby. You've been doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of shows I've put a lot of time in before the Tony for this. I've worked out a lot of this stuff. I haven't really done the vanilla speed game yet, but like I've done a couple of shots and had like a 1 hour 2 minute, I think it was, just seeing, because they allow the Switch version to be played as well. So like I get to play on consoles, so sure, let's try it. I'll get sub hour before I start with that, but obviously this takes precedent first. So
and Dave will be joining us in just a moment.
But yeah, it's amazing, really, just seeing how much my run has evolved compared to what it was like in, say, the one-shot Tony last year in the summer. It's amazing seeing how big of a difference, the practice has had for this thing.
Okay, the one-shot Tony feels like it was so long ago.
I know. It's like 9 months ago at this point. 8, 9 months. I think it was it July or June in the thing? I think it was July,
I think it was before June or July.
Okay. I'd have to take a look.
Hello, Dave.
Hey guys, how's it going? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Great.
So, how do we feel about Wendy?
Oh man, yeah, I guess Wendy's the culprit this time, huh?
Oh yeah. No, did you get hacked by her this time? Oh.
No, the first game.
Yikes.
Yeah, the first game. I felt pretty good about the first game. I thought I played pretty well, but I guess that Wendy, I died a couple times on her, so.
Yeah, Wendy ate up a couple of resources that kind of put you behind, because you went into that slightly ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I felt pretty good about the first race. The second one, I mean, that's another story, but,
But GG, you finished it out.
Yeah, thank you.
And you found Atlantis and other fun levels, so I can't fault you.
Yeah, I figured I'd take the death there, but, GG, gamercal, I want to say that, too.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely want to watch this one back and see what happened with it, really, especially if you were ahead going into Wendy. That would be especially interesting to see, because in that first seed, right up until 2-3 in the tank stuff, I hadn't died at all, so I was feeling really good about that seed. It was like, yeah, there was nothing drastic had gone wrong, and I felt the reading was going really well too, so I was definitely feeling good about that. So I'll have to see where the differences ended up.
Yeah. I'm interested to see too.
Also, Dave, you found 7-1 and went, well, I'm going to die here. And then you checked out the mushroom house to get, hopefully a power up to get the clip. And it technically gave you something.
Yeah, of course, it's the frog suit, right?
Oh no!
Yeah.
I had somehow I was in the mushroom power state at that point, so I was okay to give it a go. I think it took 8-9 tries, so I don't know, it took like 30 seconds or something, so not the greatest. But that clip is really annoying. It just, I've had times where it's taken me over 2 minutes to get it, and then I've had several first tries off it, 4 or 5 times in a row, and I'm just like, how is it this inconsistent? Come on.
How do people get this consistently? Someone teach me.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good with it, but I didn't have a power up, so I had to play the level, and then it was just like, oh man, that's when I felt that the second game was just kind of like downhill. I just felt like I wasn't at that point, like I wasn't in the lead. It probably wasn't anyway, but it just, the first game I felt like I had some good luck on my side, and but hey, win some, lose some.
About that. Oh yeah, chat. About another 45 minutes, we'll be having another race between Paradox64 versus One Fine Day, who is from my group. Group F.
Do not miss that, by the way. That is going to be a fantastic race. Both of them are amazing players, so you do not want to miss that race.
And on comms for that, on comms for that are Claris.com and Gip Extreme, who was on comms with me yesterday.
Yeah, Gimp is a fantastic commentator as well. So as well as Claris, of course. Yeah, that's a must-see game for sure.
Yeah, definitely go check that out.
Any final thoughts?
You can go ahead first, Cal, if you want.
Well, just thanks to the games again. That's definitely an enjoyable set of seeds. That interesting the way some of the routing worked out. Certain bits like only one pipe to go to where you need to go, etc. Just interesting seeing some weird combinations. You'll get a kick out of my World Free Airship death because I died right at the start because I went left. I held left accidentally, so I ended up falling off the ship before you even started. So you'll get a kick out of that when you watch it back. It's just a good series of games, and thank you for the game.
Yeah, we have some clips of that.
Yeah, I just want to say too, I had a blast this tournament. I was so happy to actually get into the bracket. So, for me, that's a win. And this is like my first time playing Randomizer this year. So, I had a blast. Everybody has been awesome. So, I can't wait. And
you've done a great job, dude.
No, thank you. And go get him, Cal.
Well, congratulations, gamercal, and good luck in your match against Raikou Rider. Thank you for joining us, DaveLindo, and thank you for giving us a good performance. And
all right, guys.
I have a couple more things to say before we head out. Tomorrow we have a match. We have a bunch of matches. We have Yobi GS versus Tapatio J first at 5 p.m. And at 7 p.m. we have Gimp Extreme versus Zodiac Dread. And finally, at 7:30, we have Kevin 856 versus Justin Man 114. But that's at 7:30, so you have to choose there, or have them both open. I do suggest you give each of those races at least a cursory or a watch. Please watch. And it's Paranoia, also known as Much Paranoia on Twitch. wishing you a good night.